Hi Aquarius, welcome to Mystic Morpho. First, I want to say thank you to all of you who have subscribed to the channel, to any of you who have liked, shared, commented on my previous videos. I really do appreciate all the support. I'm relatively new to YouTube, so it's been great to see all the activity around the channel. It's helping grow, so thank you so very much. Secondly, I want to wish all of you that are celebrating towards the second half of January, I want to wish all of you Aquarius a happy birthday. It's exciting when the solar return comes. So not only do you have that, that new energy from the start of the new year, but now it's your solar return. So good things to look forward to for the rest of the year. Lastly, I want to say is that please do keep in mind that these are general readings. So they may or may not resonate with you. That's okay if they don't. Be sure to check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus sign. Venus, especially for love readings, as there may be a little more clarity there. You might actually find sometimes other signs resonate more with you than your sun sign, and that's okay. So wherever, whatever you find meets your needs, it's really dependent on, and I tend to get relatively specific in my readings. I go wherever spirit leads me in my messages, and it may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. So do keep that in mind. I'm going to be mixing up a little bit today. I'm doing a love reading for you guys for the second half of January. So the dates will be January 16th to the 31st. I'm doing a 6-card spread with the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And I will be pulling one card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck by Doreen for a little more clarity in the situation. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started on your reading. Angels, guides, saints, what messages do you have for the lovely sign of Aquarius? The second half of January 2019. Dates: January 16th, 31st, 2019. And love for the lovely sign of Aquarius, please. Thank you. Love for the second half of January 2019, please. All right, Aquarius. So the cards you have are the Strength card. You have the 9 of Swords in the reverse. You have the 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. You have the Ace of Wands in the reverse. You have the Hermit. And you have the Emperor. Okay. All right, Aquarius. So right away, quickly, just for signs, you may have a Leo, a Virgo. You haven't, out of 6 cards having 3 major arcanas, I know this is a pretty big situation going on right now. So Leo, Virgo, Aries. You may have a fire sign around you, so Sagittarius, Aries, Leo again. Air energy, so Aquarius like yourself, Libra, Gemini. We have Pentacles as well. So pretty much every suit is represented. I don't have strong water, but aside from that, but Earth energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Anyway, the feeling I'm getting is that there may have been a Leo in your life or someone that you felt very strongly about, and it may not have gone very well. It may have been something that you were dealing with for a while, and I just feel as though that it's almost like the passion sort of died out, and the feeling is that you still care about this person, but it's as if you don't know if you can see it with them long term. And you had been in your head about this, and I think you're finally coming to this realization that it might be time to let this go. And I'm happy to see this 9 of Swords in the reverse, because 9 of Swords in the upright, it's a lot of stress, anxiety, just it's that 3 a.m. card. You're waking up in the middle of the night, questioning everything, and unable to get back to sleep. So this is mental anguish that, and again, as an air sign, Aquarius, we tend to, I'm a Libra, so I understand it tends to be so strongly in our mind that you start to jump to one conclusion to the next, and it's something where you just feel like it's like it's almost like you need to cut this off. I feel as though that this person still truly cares about you. It's more of the fact that you feel like you're not feeling it for this person anymore, and you're making that decision to sort of stop progressing with the situation. It's a matter of having to release this, to let this go, because I feel again that the passion has slowed down, that you're just and honestly, like, there are more to relationships than passion. But if you feel as though that, and maybe you were holding on to this relationship because it was sturdy, it felt like you could depend on this person. But if you feel as though that there isn't that much attraction there, that's sort of the feeling I'm getting from this, is that they were solid, you were kind of in it because they were just so nice, and but you yourself didn't feel such a strong attraction to them, and that it kind of kept you up at night because you're like, I don't feel like I'm being true to myself. I don't feel like I'm respecting what I feel like I deserve in a relationship. And it's hard because you do care about this person, is what I'm feeling. I do feel like you really do like this person a lot, and you're afraid of hurting them at the end of the day. You feel sort of this protective feeling over the person is what I'm getting from this. And that as much as you are close, you still ultimately want to stay connected to them as a friend, but you just feel as though that to build and to continue to progress in this situation, it's kind of for naught. You feel as though that you don't have the same attraction for them as they do for you, and it would almost do them a disservice by continuing on when, in 4 or 5 years time, then it worsens. It's almost like it just grows stale at that point, and you want to feel a strong connection with someone. It just feels that this has kind of gone. It just feels like it's kind of flatlined a little bit for you, in the way that you don't, you're just kind of going through the motions a little bit. And I feel though that this Hermit is you, actually, Aquarius, that you have done this inner work. You've taken enough time, and you've helped turn this 9 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, you're no longer in this way. You're releasing this. You're letting this go. You're dropping this feeling of stress. You're finally coming to the realization what needs to happen. Now the challenge here, and it's 2 things. The challenge is taking action. Okay. Another thing, and I'm starting out just saying, I see this partially as you first and foremost, is that you've done the inner work, you've done the search, and you've done the understanding that you need to regarding this person. And it's honestly, we all know it's painful to hear that, that I'm not feeling it, or I'm just not seeing myself with someone long term, especially if you have been with them for a little while. But again, as painful as that will be, it's also, it's okay, because put yourself in that person's shoes. You wouldn't want to be in something that someone didn't really, truly care deeply enough for you, because at the end of the day, you're preventing that person from meeting someone that really will appreciate all the things about them. Okay. And breakups, we all know this, breakups are hard. Okay. But the feeling is that I feel like you're needing to take action on this. That's partially what I'm getting from this message of having the Emperor here. He's a man who takes action. He rules his empire. He helps delegate things. He is a decision maker. So you've done the inner work. Okay, you've retreated. You've searched and figured out what your answer is. Okay, you've come back with new clarity, and you know you need to take action on this situation. Okay, it's a matter of releasing this person. As easy as challenging as this can be, again, it's not an easy situation to deal with. And it's not to say that there will not be arguing. There may be fights about this. I'm preparing you for that, but be strong, okay? This is also a call to you to be strong in how you handle this situation, okay? This is not an easy situation to deal with. That being said, the other message I'm feeling from this Emperor is that as soon as this is released, it's almost like clockwork that this new person comes in for you, Aquarius. Someone who, you know, the Emperor is also, he's the king of the kings. He is the one that, you know, it's like they have all the marbles essentially. And that's the feel I'm getting. As soon as you've done this hard work, you've made this hard decision to let this person go. And again, it's not someone, it's the challenges, you know, it's so easy to be here and say like, oh, it's a toxic relationship and we need to cut this loose. It's not the case that I'm feeling from this. It's even more challenging because it is someone who actually does have a good heart, that does really care about you, but you feel as though your own needs are not being met. And it may be that you just don't feel the chemistry for this person. It may just be that you've kind of gone, there's certain things you don't see eye to eye on. Perhaps, you know, you've started talking about family, that, you know, maybe you found out this person really wants kids and you're not really wanting kids, or vice versa. Maybe you really want kids and they're kind of like, well, I'd rather just continue to focus on my career and travel kind of thing. And so it's something like that where you're starting to realize that to continue on this path with this person will ultimately be to your demise, in a sense that there will be these cracks in the foundation of this situation that are harder to fix, because of, even if you're already starting to have these conversations and this discussion now, that it's unfortunately it's sort of, we either have to kind of cut it loose, or, you know, and you don't, and again, like I said, it's almost better to do it sooner than later is what I want to say, because, you know, you've done the work. You've done the inner work of figuring it out, of seeing, you know, it's scary too, especially, and that's, you know, Spirit's here to say, look, like, you have the strength, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, that, you know, it's a little scary to, you know, once you've been with someone for a little while, to let it go and be alone again, right? You've grown comfortable being in a situation with someone, but to truly honor what your needs are, you know, the hermit makes a hard journey. Okay. The hermit itself, they go alone by themselves in the mountain. They go there to not be surrounded by anyone, so they can truly connect with the divine. And the journey is a challenging one, to be on one's own and truly understand what is meant for their journey, what is meant for their path in this lifetime, and being true to what their needs and their wants are, and what the soul journey is meant for each of us as individuals. And, you know, it's not to say that this person wasn't meant to be in your life, okay? It's not to say that. It's meant to say that from this situation, you have also grown too. You've learned more about yourself. I truly feel this. And I feel as though you've also helped this person learn more about themselves as well. The challenge again is that, like I said, it's not that, you know, to come to these decisions it's not easy, especially when it's just something as like, well, we just don't see eye to eye. And, you know, and maybe there's more to it behind that. Maybe it's more of, maybe there is something deeper there that is kind of a glaring red flag, but I'm not really seeing much of that here. It's more of just the fact that you've come to the realization that you're having to let this person go because it's not fulfilling your highest good or theirs as well. It's almost for the betterment of the relationship of each of you as individuals that it might need to be parting ways at this moment. But that being said, Aquarius, again, do not lose heart. This is a call to you to take action. But once that action is taken, again, I feel as though someone new will be coming in relatively quickly, and you'll understand that you had to go through all of this to meet this person, okay? So with that said, Aquarius, I'm going to pull one card from the Romance Angels Oracle deck for you guys. Spirit Angels, guides, saints. What messages do you have for the lovely sign of Aquarius? Second half of January. 2019. Just guys. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. Okay. So again, you've done this inner work. It's a matter of, unfortunately, having to release some of the things around us that no longer serve us. And again, I'm picking up that it's another relationship that you're currently in. And once you do that work, you're making space for something new. It's when I always like to think about kind of the visual of when we have like an empty container, or like as if you're like digging in the sand, and as the water comes, it fills those gaps, right? As the waves come forward, it fills in those gaps. And as you create space for something new to come in, that is you essentially, that's figuratively calling in your soulmate. You're telling spirit, look, I'm ready. I've released the things that no longer serve me. I'm ready for the newness and the positivity and my true soulmate to come into my life, okay? So this is your call to action, again, taking action, Aquarius. And I know, again, this can be probably a challenging time, especially if we're going through a birthday situation too. So keep in mind that time is fluid. I know this is for a 2-week period for the second half of January, but it may go beyond that. It may actually be going on right now. So keep that in mind as well. But that being said, this is your angels are with you. Spirit is with you is what I'm being asked to tell you. And you will get through this, okay? The other person will get through this. It may be a challenging little bit of a rocky road ahead of you, but your spirit, your angels, your guides, spirit is with you in all of this. They're walking with you every single day, every single moment, okay? So they're helping guide you through this, and know that they're with you, okay? So that's what I have for you, Aquarius. If this resonated with you, please give me a like, share, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit that bell so you're alerted to when I upload more videos. And I will see you guys at the beginning of February. All right, again, happy birthday, Aquarius, and I'll see you guys soon.